Hello, YouTube. QB Comic Addict here with a 100 sub contest entry for He's Got Freakin' Issues. Uh, really love your channel, man. Uh, Definitely enjoy all the content. You have some great books, pretty awesome statues, and if I ever need a press, I know the man to go to. He does amazing press work. Check out some of his videos on that. I mean, really awesome part of the community. I know a lot of the YouTube guys go to him, and just amazing press work. Awesome channel. Seems like a real good guy. His contest entry. Be subbed, I am. 18 and up, I am. Shout out whoever. I'm just going to go through a quick list of just a few of the people that have helped me out along the way. Doom143, SPT Killerwood, Walking Jedi, Seeking Near Mint, Comics, Alex Comic Hoarder, Comic Hunter 1014, Spidey Fan, Mr. Rigamortis 86, Triple C, Gizmo, Leonard Hutchins, just to name a tiny portion of this amazing YouTube community that's helped me out. And then 3 people under 100 subs that are actually showing some pretty awesome stuff. Ashley Warren, SPT Killerwood, if you're watching this, you need to go check out his channel if you haven't already. Amazing spawn slabs of sketch variants of the sketch cover swipes. Really awesome stuff he just showed. Strange X Blade, he just got a Spider-Man 300. I haven't watched all of his back videos yet, but he has a few. He's under, I think, 50 subs even. And same thing with Max Martinez. All 3 pretty awesome underrated channels. A little about myself and my favorite pastime that's not comics. I am a surgical tech. I live in New York. I don't know, I'm pretty athletic. Surprisingly, I guess, for a comic collector. I'm a big guy. Used to play basketball. Still enjoy playing basketball. Work out almost every day. Yeah, I guess that's my favorite pastime other than comic collecting, honestly. I'm pretty much a gym addict. What got me into collecting? My father was a collector, a real comic collector. He did it since he was young. He folded them up in his pocket and read them. He probably had all of his old comics destroyed. He has a pretty decent collection, but they're all reader copies of Silver Age books that he likes. One of his favorite is Hulk, so surprisingly enough, he had a copy of 181. He has basically all Hulks from like 80 or so to like, I don't know, 200 something. He surprisingly enough hates Hulk that Todd McFarlane drew. So sometimes me and him get into it on that, but this is actually his Hulk 181. It's like I don't know. I'm awful like rating really low grade books, honestly. Like, I don't know, 3.5 to 5.0. It has a lot of pressable stuff. Like, this is all just like creasing from your fingers, like reading it. There's a bunch of ticks on the spine. Staples aren't the most connected, but I mean, this is what started me into collecting. I saw that he had this book. I heard what the book was doing in general. And I was like, holy crap, this is a valuable book. Let me put this in nice Mylar and stuff. And then slowly I started going to conventions with him and slowly started picking up stuff. I used to collect comics and cards when I was younger. I got back into comic collecting more recently, but all of my love for comics comes from my father. And a lot of it has to do with this comic right here. I read this a million times. This was always one of my favorite comics. Anytime, even when it wasn't worth anything, my dad would always say, this is the first Wolverine ever, and I would go through it and just love it. Love it to pieces. Comic horror story. I don't have any comic horror stories, thank God. But I would say the closest thing I have to it is anytime I see a comic in bad condition. Like I went to a flea market and I just saw a bunch of comics that they were overcharging for sitting there crumbling up. Like that's like, I don't know, like I hear like the psycho music when I see stuff like that. Same thing, like my girlfriend when she says that she threw something out that was expensive, or my family when they say that they threw out so many comics. Oh, Like that's the horror stories for me. That breaks my heart. Oh, hate it. Show your favorite books. I've been showing a lot of my recent favorite books, like the variants and stuff, so I'll just go through some of my favorite books that are older. I absolutely love this. X-Men 94. I mean, first appearance of Colossus, first appearance of Nightcrawler. I want to say first appearance of Storm, but I feel like that's wrong. I know it's second appearance of Wolverine or third, if you're counting 180, but this is his second appearance right after Hulk 181. Well, actually, third appearance, sorry, Giant Size is, so that's his third, but very good condition book. I bought it as an 8.5. I've seen 8.5s much, much worse than this, much more spine creasing, much more scuffing on the front cover. This has no scuffing on the front cover. Dull corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ticks. I don't know. Beautiful, beautiful book. I love it to pieces. One of my absolute most treasured books I own. And then Cage Here for Hire #1. I love these 20 cent, like the black covers that they did from this time period. Really, really awesome how they framed it and with the words. I always love these covers. Anytime I see one for a decent price, I definitely pick it up, no matter what it is. But this is my favorite of them all. Luke Cage Here for Hire. Big fan of the Netflix series. It was really amazing and finally put this book into the spotlight where it deserves to be. Once again, 8590. This one is super, super clean, considering it's a black cover and how old it is. Got maybe 3 or 4 spine ticks, very, very little spine ticks compared to this one on a black cover. The biggest issue with it, honestly, is there's bleeding. The color bled on the top. Not sure how much that affects it. If it, even if it does affect it, it's still an amazing looking cover at a really high grade. 8590 easy. Love that book. And then, because he's coming out, I believe on Friday, Netflix, Iron Fist. Looks freaking amazing. Great, great cover. I just saw that they are cover swiping this, similar to how they did Hulk #1 with the first appearance of Wolverine. The same place is cover swiping Iron Fist 1, the new Iron Fist 1 with this. I may be picking that up because it looks really awesome. You karate killers wanted a showdown? Now you've got it. That's why that was put there on the cover. I thought that was just a funny thing. Like, I was like, why would they ever say karate killers? He says karate killers right there. Hilarious. And then my favorite variant. Right now, my favorite variants. Easy. Spider-Gwen #1 by Adam Hughes. Picked this up recently. I didn't realize how much I actually would like this book. I'm really in love with this cover. I finally figured out what it is too, at least what I think it is. I thought that it was just like a weird border that they put Spider-Gwen in the costume in, but I'm pretty sure that's Spider-Gwen holding up a picture of Gwen Stacy. And that's why it has like this old, grainy feel to the drawing in the cover. Because everything looks very grainy, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. I'm pretty sure she's holding up a picture. It's like an old picture. Friggin' love that cover, man. And then you showed your friggin' Eddie Granoff Hulks. Oh my god, man. Let me just tell you, if you ever get the urge to sell the lowest graded book you get from that lot, please, please, please give me a holler first, because I will pay you just about anything you want. just some food for thought. But this is my Eddie Granoff Venom cover. Love this friggin' thing. I'm about to get really hard into Eddie Granoff. I'm gonna get the Inferno one with Magic on the cover. And what's the other book? It's like an X-Men book with Magneto Harley Quinn or Rogue. I forget which one, but there's a few X-Men covers that are amazing looking too. But that's my entry video for you, man. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I wasn't too long-winded. If you ask me to tell a story, I'm usually a little bit long-winded. But thanks for this opportunity. Love supporting the community. Love doing videos like this. Congrats for the 100 subs. And catch you soon.